Okay. I'm waiting until everybody gathers here. We've got 12 people. That's cool. I've got my butter cakes, butter biscuits, more like. I've got my filter decaf coffee. So we can get going. This list is not really fair anymore. No, it's not. And this is why I didn't name it Faye in the name of the stream. So, what's the idea, chat? I will re-upload it to YouTube, by the way. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hello YouTube. So, what's the idea? That now, potentially, because again, I haven't played it just yet. It's my first time. Hypothetically, we can now just play good creatures, right? So we can play Fairy Seer because it's just a very good creature, of course. Intruder, so this is the same. But now we can finally go full play set of Harrier Strix. And then full play set of Ilva Galeblade. Thank you for the follow, Warlock Crash, and Cypher Sexy. Thank you very much. Also, Fabio Shy Guy, the Royster, thank you very much. Actually, whoa, just...
holds my hand and passes the turn together.
Let me just so you can hear the wolves. Let's go. Let's go. All the follows here.
Doofus Glass holds my hand and passes the turn together.
Now, because we play this, right? What?
Pladus plays holds my hand and passes the turn together.
Artemis, I'm not sure if you know what Off One Mind said. Okay, actually, okay. Thank you very much for the follows, but I think I'll actually need to mute it.
VTech TV holds my hand and passes the turn together.
I see no reason why Off One Mind would be more difficult in this build. Like this is like I don't see this is Off One Mind doesn't say fairy. It says non-human. So a fairy is as good as jellyfish for Off One Mind. But the idea would be we got 16 1-drops, and as you know, I like playing 16 1-drops, not 14. I like this 16-ish. And also, because we're going to pass the turn on turn 1 a bit more often, because normally we are priced into tapping out, here we can just actually just pass the turn, and potentially, like, if you just play a creature instant speed for the sake of instant speed, you don't get bonus points for it. But if instead you're, for example, holding up mana to interact meaningfully, it's a bit different. So I'm trying this approach. Of course, that's just so much. But again, I want to stress test this, right? I want to see this come up, actually. And of course, as you have probably, if you follow my content, you know, I believe that if you want to have a spell starter deck, you need 12 fairies, right? I don't think 4 seer, 4 spell starter just makes sense. And following through with my own logic, I play just 2 sprites. Yeah, I just kept the 2 snaps just to have some removal. That's just a classic. But this is just the idea, right? This is what I brewed up. And let's see how it goes. Now, I also have another brew, but we will see about that. Mono Blue Tempo is this one, yeah. Do you think 18 1-drops for a more traditional Fey deck is too much? No. Why? I don't understand the question. Normally, there is no way you would be up to 18. Oh, you mean like just add more? Sure, but like, again, if you're going up to 18, you have to cut something else, right? So, for example, from this deck, if you want to go to 18, you would have to cut, for example, let's say 2 Spell Pierces, right? To keep the 4/4 spikes, right? This would be 18. And sure, you probably could go 18. I'm actually highly encouraging more rather than fewer. But the first try for me is not in the facial, not yet at least. I just want to see the play patterns. And I love Harrier Strix, and I think Harrier Strix is insane. And it's a great reason to just play 8 of these and not be... Because, like, I love Spellstarter Sprite, but you cannot ever innovate if you think of some holy cows too much. Actually, let me actually mute the... this. Okay, we got a BMJ. So the point of this stream is not to 5-0, is not to 4-1, is to have some reasonable conclusions. So it's very nice that we would have a flash 1-drop with a Spell Pierce, but keeping this would be a bit ambitious. Let's reroll. This is much better. I'll bottom one of the 1-drops, I think. Because Spellstarter has a higher ceiling, and I was considering whether... Like, it isn't very good, but it's probably better than another card like this. Any amount of Spellstarters with only 6 face seems inconsistent. Inconsistent with what? Oh, I should have waited. I'd like you to ask more direct questions, because I don't know what you mean. Like, it's not enough fairies to support it, you mean? And then, if so, my point would be, I think 2 Spellstarters is exactly enough. Inconsistent to... this is your assumption. Why would you... You don't have to assume that I want to counter anything more than a 1-drop, for instance. Like, it is possible that it's fine if it's a 1-drop counter. And I kind of think it is. But also, again, I'm playing this for the very first time. This is my draft. I didn't want to cut Spellstarters completely. Let's do it like this, I think. Hello, Haka. Oi, oi, oi. Oh la la. I think I'll ditch this. We'll pass. Now we have this / this, which is very cool. They'll crack the map, of course. Well, I mean, who am I not to do that, right? Thank you very much for the follow, Renivus. So we can do this. We try to find counterspell. I'll bottom this. I'll off 1 mind. Sure. I'm also considering cards like Psychic Barrier, like Nullify, to have more hard counters. How's Mono Blue Fae against Wall Spy matchup? Pretty poor. Because they have walls. It's not the spy spy is not the problem. Top is not visible. Okay, sure. Thanks. Okay. Prophetic Prism. I do think I'm going to Spellstarter this one. And then like a Wellspring, sure. So opponent is just a grey deck, so to speak. Sure. Now this is a pretty big attack. Triggers. Yes, don't need another land, sure. Now they will... I will add Harrius Tricks definitely on the board right now. Well, they can still crack this, but they'll always make a the golem in combat, so this doesn't do anything. I can auto yield to this. This will resolve. Hopefully they like tap out a lot and then I can forball them and they don't crack Candy Trail. How it looks, as you can see, we've been live for 15 minutes. So, who knows? Good cards. Wait, what did they take? They chose Mirror Retriever. Okay. I'll spell pierce this. "22 matchup ultimate guide." It's 27 matchups. What are you saying? Rumble, sure. And then this, sure. So they're holding up the crack anyways. And they've got one card in hand. I think I'm going to loot. Okay, that's good. That's cool. So we attack for 3 in the air. And I don't think blocking is going to matter. Like they will block things. Well, yeah. Yeah. I'll just add Strix as a creature. And then hopefully they don't draw anything very relevant. Pagdol. Oof. Good we have Counterspell. Oh, come on. Oh, but we're not dead, right? Because they can just make infinite golems. Oh, and then with the last one... Am I dead? "12 people from Italy coming to Katowice. Yo! I don't know, but I'll actually ask. Could you have tapped the country trail with Strix? Oh, well, they would then just pop this, gain the 3 life that they would gain anyways, and they would just block with Golem and Mid Retriever. So I don't think that would achieve much. Oh, you cannot see all of their board. You're right. I've got a big head. This is my head now. So, they're going to keep looping retrievers. They will make golems along the way. They will have infinite colorless. And at some point, they could sack the retriever to bring back Chromatic Star. But that ends the loop. I'll just ask the opponent. We can agree that if I cannot make 7 power attacking, flyers plus potential ninjas, I'll concede. I could top deck like into 2 ninjas. Okay, I'm just... Because the opponent said they actually cannot inf kill me. That's what I thought. But they can make inf tokens and then crack this trail and then with another retriever bring back trail, go up to 7. So basically I'm agreeing with my opponent that if I can make it to 7 damage in the air, that's the win or not. They don't have black. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So against Altatron. Are those decks still on the draw spells? Is it a giveaway if they play Rumble? I don't think I'm up to date on this. But they could also be a breath weapon deck, so maybe I'll just hedge with this. I'll cut the snaps. I'll trim intruders. They seem like the worst 1-drops, right? And going from 16 to 14 is reasonable. I think cutting 2 2-drops is perfectly fine. And then I'll probably cut like, of course, Force Spike. But I'll keep some of them in. This hand is kind of reasonable. But if I don't get a ninja... Thank you for the follow, Suful. I'll keep this. Oh yeah, so basically what happened again is that I agreed with my opponent that I'm treating it as if they had infinite ground blockers and 7 life. And then because I couldn't deal them 7 damage in the air or with potential ninja, I conceded. So it's basically gentleman's agreement there. I'm bottoming both, I need something else. An opponent trusted me enough to not even make a loop a couple of times. They just passed back. Okay, this is cool. I've got that spell pierce. Counterspell, spell side, that's obviously double bottom. Because like remember, like we're not getting across the finish line with 2 power. With just this. We need something meaningful. I'll cash this in. Like knowing I have 4. Hey Square, I just want to thank you for your help with fairies. I am back to play MTG with some friends after 15 years. You're an amazing player and teacher. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It really makes me keep going when I hear such words. It really does. And I hope we meet sometime at at Pop again maybe or otherwise. Thank you. Okay, so because they didn't make Tron, I think the spell piece can be converted. Let's just hold this up. Maybe we can spike another. No! Damn you, spell pierce. Okay, also another thing. I forgot to mention this in the deck building section. It makes much more sense to play these soft counters when your deck has 4 Strixes to loot them away. Another retriever, sure. Let's just cut this spell piece. O, to fajne. So we can attack with all. And then I think... Well, if I bounce this back, they cannot attack with either, but they will just not because it's irrelevant. So I'll probably just do this. There is no land. I think I have to hold up Counterspell. Although, off-one minding it to a land would be so good. But I don't think I can risk this. And again, it's pretty cool that if they don't play anything meaningful, I can just add a creature and step. That's... Hello, 532AT. Oh, they're hedging, yeah, okay, around. Yeah, now we just do this. That's cool. Huh, sure. I'll do this now. I won't scribe before. Okay. So... I attack for 3. If I attack it, so they're down to 7, it's not a... Actually, no. Okay, it's 3 down to 7. That's 4. That's potentially 5 down to 2, so it's irrelevant. If I don't add a creature, though, if they play something with countering, I will have to add a creature at some point. It doesn't have to be this turn. Okay, I think I can do this, if I'm counting correctly. Okay. Oh, that's... Okay, this is awesome. Because if they don't play anything meaningful, like they haven't been, I just go, okay, Ilvoy. That's really good. Huh. Jest tylko lepiej. Panie i panowie, to się babci koci łapci o tym też nie powie. Okej. Spokojnych pieleszy. Po co babcię denerwować? Niech się babcia cieszy. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. So, because I'm holding up a single piece of interaction... Okay, let's just... I can't even play all of these. Like, this weird feeling that I've got too many one-drops, which is... Not very often. Okay, I'll actually bounce back the instant speed creature, because if I hit a land now, I can just pass back and have triple creature end step. I don't. I'll still just pass back. Resolves. Okay, opponent's passing. I'm going to flash in one flyer, still hold up Dispel. The only card we're losing to is Breath Weapon. Cool. And now we can attack for 3 in the air. Ilvoy having flying is, of course, immensely relevant. And Harris Strix being here as well. That is not okay. I would like to kill your opponent. Okay. Thank you for the follow, MTG Lotus. So this was a pretty classic Fey game, but having more flash threats was pretty cool. Because we could just like add one creature here or there, just squeeze it in. Nice. Sure, I'll keep this. I'm keeping these hands because I have this clean combination of two off one mind. And actually, I think I'm just going to pass back because them not resolving Prophetic Prism is really important to me. Yeah, let's go. Also, maybe they will not have clean Tron. Just on a full Srayessa. So if I go top, which I won't, I'll go double Pharisee. I'll top both in this order. O, no wiadomo, gratulacje. What am I doing, God? Oh. Turn 3 Tron with color. Pretty good. We might succumb to this. And if they drop like Pagdol here, we're just dead. Oh, okay, that's fine. With 2 of 1 minds, I don't need a third one. My best bet is that they fumble a bunch again, like rumble inside, la la la. Hopefully they don't breath me. If there is a breath weapon, I'm conceding. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this brew goes. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Silver Maple Tree. Hello, Garrick. Hello, Garrick. I'm glad you joined. Yeah, this is what we're rocking. So we'll probably play one league. We'll see. We'll see how fast it goes. Maybe more, but yeah, we want to validate the idea of not having to play fairies, except for fairies here. That's just really good, and then 2 sprites, which could or could not be that good. Full 4 Strixes, and then 4 ill voice. Now we have space. We've got 8 flash threats. 4 of those fly. And we take advantage of 1 mana interaction while at it. Right. That's the idea. Thank you, Modo. Can you? Thank you. So, because of the presence of both Intruder and Off One Mind, I am going to keep this. Because I'm not going to say this hand lacks both Ninja and lands. I mean, it kind of does, but because when I hit a land from this position, I can probably get off the ground pretty neatly. Also, I've got some snap, so. What do you think about opt in such a shell? What do you mean? I think it's bad, but like, just tell me why would it be good? I don't want to draw a card. Let me check one thing very quickly. Jund, it is Jund. If you want to play fairies, what would you just play fairies then? Oh god. Don't play this, just play fairies. And you're good. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Let's go. Huge. Sadly, this spell starter isn't doing much, but I'll play it to counter anything at this point. Yes. The exclamation point deck list doesn't really work in this chat. Okay, let me go through questions because, hey, Christian. Hope to play significantly improved fairies from release. What about Cryo Shatter? Cryo Shatter is bad. Or rather, ooh. I don't see a reason to play Cryo Shatter. It's just worse than Bind the Monster by and large. I'm doing it this way because I think I will have to snap Spell Shatter and replay it because they have shown me that they don't really have like Chrysalis. Okay, Haka. Gives another angle to play on instant speed, not only counter spells like Force Spike, but also Scry Draw, if you don't want to flash in a creature. I think this is where we should stop and think. Why would you not want to flash in a creature? That's my question here. Like, I will happily play a creature if I don't counter anything. Like, country would probably just be glorified creature, kind of, with extra steps. Why are we winning this? We missed 3 land drops. Nice force spike, I guess. Resolves. What about Cryo Shatter Supremacy against green decks? You lost me at green decks. I'm not building my decks against green decks. Honestly. If my binder monster could magically become, if my binder monster could magically become unable to scream only against green decks, I would still lose. Nice force spike, by the way, to green decks. Okay, so far force spike is exactly what I thought it would be. So no surprises here. Sure. It's exactly as I would expect. I am maybe stupidly hoping that this force spike does a bit more than destroy target spawn. Nice. Kill you in the air for 3. Nice force spike. Thankfully, it's not Dispel, right? Technically not dead yet. Okay. Fajnie. I'm trying my best not to side out force spikes, because if I side them out all the time, I won't be able to see if they're good. I have come to the conclusion that I don't want 4 bites against Jund. We're going to run 61 gigachads. Like, I don't expect this to die, so that's not what I'm thinking about. Magramoy, thank you for the follow. This is cool. Okay, that's enough of ciastka. Well, I mean... Also, okay. First of all, I think countering this makes sense because I don't want them to follow up with like land familiar, right? But this is exactly what's happening with Force Spike. Force Spike says counter the first thing you can counter because otherwise you will never counter anything. Which is why I don't like this card. Generally. Again, I'm trying this out because you should try out stuff. But yeah, counter the first thing you can because this might be the last chance. Well, always be careful when people try to hype up stuff, you know? There are a lot of people hyping up stuff. Especially cheesy stuff. Where it's like a scam red flag. Oh gosh, no. 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 If you play Force Spike to make the opponent think you haven't and play around it, I don't think that's a good way to approach this. Don't play on mind games. Play on your cards, good combats, good keeps, good sideboarding. Don't play on... They will play afraid and play around stuff and whatever. Have I tried running Snacker in Mono Blue? Okay, these questions are getting more and more insane. How would you play Snacker in Mono Blue? How? What's the idea? What would this enable? How would you enable it? Well, because you can discard it with Strix or also... I'm going to tap out because this is not a dispel. I don't have any coverage against a potential, for example, breath weapon. So Pilfering Hawk. What? You could play Mono Blue Snacker if that's what you were asking. If that's good, no. Harrier Strix is so good. Can they like blank one turn? I don't think they can, but... Okay. Okay. This of course resolves, that's irrelevant. This of course resolves. Don't mind me. I'm just flashing my creatures. I wish I had another ninja. Okay, I'm actually just going to attack with all the non-ninjas. They do this. I will shrink the Hydra. I'm basically cashing in one creature to deal 4 damage. To just slowly and surely just kind of push it a little bit. O Boże, no. And I'm considering cracking one of the ill voice, honestly. Because now I don't have a good attack. Like I did the previous time with Intruder. Okay, let's do this. Let's see what's on top. And now we can maybe get access to this card with Ilvoy or Strix. Oh. Both are excellent. I'll top. I'll just pass back this turn. And I'll use my Strix. So that next turn I've got Strix plus Ninja. Now, opponent's playing spells, unfortunately, so it's probably not a good plan, but what can you do? Just blatantly not playing around Force Spike. What? Is it possible not to play around Force Spike? Yes, people don't do this. People just play spells. Force Spike isn't bad because people play around it. It's bad because it's bad. Because it just happens to never do anything. But again, so far it's confirming my predictions. But I'll keep playing. Okay, draw Strix now. Play that. Tap the big boy. Now, Strix, on the other hand, God, is good. How can people not play Strix is beyond me completely. I can attack with all the non-ninjas, right? I don't need to just sacrifice this for damage. And this is actually pretty clean because I can do this and then save my Strix anyways. That is unfortunate. What I do? The issue is that they block all the non-Gale Blades. I think I'll pass back still. And try to find a better spot. I'll do this now. Such a bad position. I'm playing spells, but Like, I could keep the ninja thinking the 5 spells in hand are nothing. But they're not even using the map. I'll let them attack me again. Nice, very nice. They're using the spawns, so I assume breath weapon is coming. This is the list. Let's just take this pilfering hawk away. Why don't I counter Wellspring? What? Why would you counter Wellspring? Wellspring is like the only card in their deck that doesn't do anything to us. It can blank their draw spell if you counter it. What do you mean blank their draw spells? Like, they have million things to sacrifice to the draw twos, unless you mean something else. Yeah, if I, yes. So now, it wasn't a position where I could counter a 10 to Wellspring. But if I could, I wouldn't, no. I'm just countering stuff that's relevant. Like, if they waste turn 2 on Wellspring, I'm the happiest man alive. Also, and that's key, I think that's the most important thing. I'm not holding up mana on turn 2, probably. Like, I think a lot of people just hold up mana on turn 1 and turn 2 with this deck way too much. Like, when I see people streaming and they play against fairies and they go land pass just to annul Wellspring, I'm like, what's going on? That's not how you win with this deck. This is a present an aggressive opening like this and then disrupt with counter magic. The concept of disrupting their setup is just insanely overrated. And just so is like making opponents sad because you force spiked something. Well, who? Fae players. If I may ask, question by Suful, what's your current opinion on Galeblade? It's cool. Now, my opinion is probably a bit skewed because it's accompanied by bad cards, which I never play in my decks. So it's probably skewed a little bit. But card is a card. I mean, it's cool, it's cool. But that's all I can say. Look, it's cool. Okay, jaunt again. Okay, one time, force spike off the top. This is your moment to shine. Just give me that force spike now. Come on. Thank you. Nice force spike. So I'm going to play the ninja. Oh no, I messed up. Should have main phase 1 of one-minded. Of course, misstacked, but it's irrelevant. I will draw lands. This is solid. And now you can hold up double creature or counterspell. That's cool. Well, against this draw, you can see that, right? I mean, of course, what you're doing just bottom. Yeah. I'm not going to ninja because I don't want to ninja a ninja. Like I want to, maybe land was a bit too fast. Like I'm stitching it's just too heavy on my hand. Well, I don't think. Nice spell pierce, by the way. Thankfully, it's not dispel, right? I could tap them out though, but I'd rather play 2 creatures if they don't play anything meaningful. So they could be holding up Pulse of Murasa. So I'm not going to play this spell pierce. Of course, of note, if the spell pierce was the spell, it would work just as fine. So now we go to attacks. And then we go, I want to bounce a flash threat. Sure. Bash. Always yes, always yes, always yield. That's a land, that's good. Camera is out of focus. This camera doesn't have a good autofocus. Come on. Boom. Nice. My fist method works. That's what she said, of course. Good we don't have force spike. Clean game without force spike, chat. Thank you for the follow, Dubbins. Okay, we'll do the same. How does this match up into the new wall spy? Doesn't Dispel kinda suck there? It matches up bad. Yes, Dispel sucks. Siema, homik. Hello, my fellow hard-testing collective hamster gamer. What is the league score? 0-2 or 0-3. I don't remember. I think 0-2. I know I kept hands similar to this previously. Well, maybe it's I don't think it's better, but I won't go to 5. Thank you for the follow, Shy Guy. I'll top this. So I know... No, I'll just attack. So that's another... Okay, so again, I want to point this out just to make sure what the reason to play this deck is, at least in theory. It's to have that flash game, right? So in this case, opponent plays this, I don't care, and now I can go creature, which is great. Now, sadly, I have a ninja on top. But I don't think I'm ever... Like, they will be playing spells. I think I have to do this, honestly. Sure. And then they play something, I'll concede. So this is a good lesson, chat. What happens when you don't ninja early? This is irrelevant. Which play is based? Their Pyroblast or me deciding that I need to ninja in this spot? Nice, a couple of do nothing, so I'm not going to concede. Thank you. Now, I don't know, I'll keep one of the lands. I'll just play creature. Honestly, I'll just play creatures. Let's keep a playable hand on the play. My opponent is really helping by playing non-cards. Duress. Attacks. Do they really have nothing? What's going on? Now I'm getting a bit of hope that if we like top deck off one mind, we can play this game. Hydra? Oh, this. Sure. Sure. This deck is such a resident sleeper. Oh my god. If I trade off, I'll pass back. Trading off is also worse in the Pulse of Murasa. But again, just to make sure, like, because there is a very classic psychological effect that it feels like we're really losing. And we are. But that's because I'm continuing the game, so you feel as if you were losing a bit more, when normally I would have just probably conceded. It's like with control players who feel really good about their wins because they've been winning for 20 minutes of the game, even though because it took them so much to win, right? But you feel really good because you've been winning for 20 minutes. It's kind of like the reverse of this. Come on. Hello, Berga. Hello. How do you say that in English? Rowdy Jasik? Hello, Rowdy Jasik. Okay, maybe Force Spike for fans. Thank you. Trigger. Thank you. They will play Wildfire into Steel Sabotage. Sure. In the Gangsta Paradise. Oh. Well, I want them to sacrifice a land if they want to get rid of it. They let it resolve. Oh yeah, okay, chat, okay. This has to be the moment, right? Well, but there will definitely be a moment. Definitely, right? 100%. Definitely, right? Surely. This is the moment. Now, I don't want to destroy some people's dreams, but I'll say it because I feel like I have to. If they play Chrysalis and I Force Spike Chrysalis, it means Force Spike was good in that moment, but it does not mean that it's a good card, suddenly. Interesting. I didn't bring water? Oh. Okay, I'll bring water and you tell me if you would Force Spike this. Best value we're getting is getting any ever. They pass priority. I'm passing back. Trigger. Oh yeah. Chat. It's insane. Okay. This is surely the moment. Be ready to clip this. Okay? Hover over the clip button. This has to be the moment, right? Resolves. Chomiczówka, I didn't want to trade because I want them to have to sacrifice something to get that trade to get that ninja off the board. Oh, look at my boy! Look at my boy! What? What? Ojej, jeszcze to. I'm bouncing back Strix, by the way, I think. Ojej. Oh, yikers, actually. Okay, this might be the first time I'm thinking that a deck can be too many creature dense, you know? Oh, yeah. It was nice while it lasted. I'll discard Seer, I'll flash an Intruder, I'll Strix Tap Familiar. And yes, I am bouncing Slug. Okay, I didn't expect them not to block. Why didn't I do this? What? I didn't... I kind of clicked through. I'm not sure why... Huh. I think it originally comes from a moment when I think my friend said it to me. He said, I'll like, Skura, hold my hand and let's pass them together. I think it was one of my friends. And then I adopted it for myself, so to speak. Oh, yay. That's not even lethal, by the way. And it would have been if I had ninja'd last... It is lethal, never mind. I don't know why they wouldn't block, but they didn't. Like, so, I understand not playing around double ninja. Like, that's fair. But what's not... But the question is, what's the alternative, right? So, because like, in abstract, double ninja... So, whatever. I did ninja last turn also. So that could have been a very big lie that I didn't have a ninja, because I would have ninja'd previous turn, which I would have. But, what else are you doing with that spawn, right? Like, you do have the mana for Chrysalis anyways. Yeah, they wanted to keep the spawn for 4 spike, yeah. Okay, on the scoreboard. Sniperek. Is that a Fae player? Oh, yes, from the Discord, yeah. I can see a person of culture. Oh! Let's go! go! Let's go! Let's go! And this is what we call a giga-based opponent. Giga-based. Love this. Love this. Okay, let's screenshot this. Oh, I sent them my hand. Okay, let's focus for a brief moment. So we can attack in... So they may have done this for memes, because remember, we're not playing finals of Pop again. They might just wanted to have a cool moment with me, and that's invaluable to some people. But also, they decide that they wouldn't block anyways. I'll pass, because if they represent spell stutter and pass back, I'm ahead. And if they do something, I can do something. Also, crucially, when it comes to flash threats, I showed them Gale Blade. So they don't know I have the other one. Oh, Essa. Essa, my friends. Let's see what's on top. Intruder Gale Blade. Okay, we want the intruder. So now we can loot away the spell piece. And... interesting. Okay, I'll actually go off one mind tap out. I think this turn. And I'll let them hit me, I think. Unless they tap out and I know they can't intruder me, but... Yeah, and they're even passing back. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Chat. Do I attack like this? Because I might not get the chance, because they can spell stutter my creatures, to which I have no counterplay. And waiting and like playing instant speed cards on your turn is sometimes the right play. Thank you for the follow, World Star. I'll actually just do this. In this matchup, you have to think about two things. Playing to the board and not counter magic. And spell stutter sprite. These are the two things to remember. Nothing else. Left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. So now I have a couple of choices. But I think I'll spell stutter in the name of playing to the battlefield. But this force spike, you know. Sure. Ho ho ho! Okay, okay, I like this. A bit cheeky. So, I don't think they have intruder, right? So the way you play this match, you have to take good reads. So my read was they don't have intruder unless they top decked it. Yeah, exactly. So let me tell you why. That's actually an important lesson. Maybe some of you picked up on this. Like 2 turns back, they didn't attack with the ninja when I was, I think, tapped out. And I could have multi-blocked. But this multi-block would be bad in the face of an intruder. But because they didn't have intruder, they didn't make the attack, which would be very easy otherwise. Because it's either a good trade on the board or you just get a card back. And also, it's a free attack kind of because I might not even block because you might have an intruder. So my opponent basically gave me the best option because they didn't attack at all and gave me free information there. So if I attack like this, they trade here. I think I'm fine keeping my ninja around. Let's just attack for 3 in the air. I wouldn't necessarily say we're very ahead. We're definitely ahead. But I would say like advantage buys just... It is, but slightly to my side because they've drawn another card. They've got 3 cards in hand. I have 3 cards in hand, but I know I have like half blanks. They might too, so that's why I'm saying slightly ahead. I'll play another land because at some point you might just chain spells. Also, this turn, maybe this... Oh, I should have thought more longer about this. I just kind of default to the easy play, but sometimes you don't want to use your system 1, as Professor Kahneman would say. Sure, this resolves. Do you think there's a higher chance than 0.2137 that this false spike does anything? Oh, I've got this butter biscuits and they're looking at me. Do you have such things in your countries like we do in Poland? Buttery biscuits? Thinking fast and slow mentioned, you know it. You know it. So this beats double spell starter, right? Because I've got spike this, I can do this. One would say system 1 isn't recommended for magic. And one might agree, yes. Let's just hope they play with double spell starter into my hand. Is it a called it moment or? Okay, now I will offer the trade with Hacker. Ba ba ba. I like playing the mirror match. I've learned to like it, I would say. Hello, mistletoe. Oh, kinda based. Damage? Pass. Okay, now I think we're ahead. Because they don't have the avenue to steal back the initiative, so to speak. Also, chat, remember that one, I make Metafy content where I upload like theory articles, but also guides and stuff. And two, which is what I want to say, right after this stream, I'll probably just sit down, think about it a little bit, and write down my thoughts on this version. Maybe I'll play like maybe one more League of stream and then. Thank you for the follow, Tunon in Drago. Let's use Strix. I would happily discard Force Spike, but Land is even worse, so. Like, actually, I'm just doing this. Like, having actual spells is just better. Pass priority. And while opponent's priority is on and I'm tapped out, I'll go to the toilet. Hello. I'm happy to come back to someone saying that Strix is insane. Because it is. Let's go to attacks, attack all on a full ISA. I could even just attack with this, honestly, just not even let them trade. And I could upkeep flash this in, but I don't think I need to. Like, if they trade off, I don't think they should trade off, by the way. Okay, I think it's more optimal to do this then. Because they don't have any way to come back. I think they can't trade off completely. So I like I like taking that. Oh, I don't like this. Because if you bounce back, like it's a 2-drop, you want to play to the board. You can't afford to hold up spells such as. I'd rather have this than. I don't like this that much. I'll pass and then I'll upkeep this. Because they have day 1 cards, I know I'm covered. And then that should be a GG. So we side in binds and an Elder. That's 5. We got spell pierces. We actually are just on 2 sprites. I'll cut 3 counter spells. Oh. Was it the wrong play to not force spike the early spell stutter? Well, remember, let's take a deeper look into your question. since it was dead in the hand the whole game, but I can't predict the game ahead, right? Okay, that's the first thing. Like of course now we know. But two, as I said, I wanted to play to the battlefield. Just add something to the battlefield. Because if I force spike this and pass back and I want to spell shatter something, then I'm making that spell shatter susceptible to their counters. And then if they win that fight, they get a spell shatter on the board and I don't. Which is like a double whammy. Because they progress the board and I don't progress, which I otherwise would, and I did. No taka serenka. I'll mulligan this. I'll keep this. And I'll bottom Gale Blade, I think. And I'm binding the one drop, by the way. Playing around for Spike, are you? Okay, they just passed back. Okay, I'll do the same then. Yes. I'll actually play both. Because I want to make sure that Humbling Elder is blocked and Elder blocks Elder. Oh! Of course, we don't block. They ninja, and they will hold up the other one, which is annoying. Force spike one time for fans. It's not. Okay, but 2-2 is still fine. I will still do this. Because now they will play Elder. This will resolve. And then post combat, I will bind the small ninja, I think. Yeah, everything went sideways because I misordered the creatures. I should have started with Elder, of course. Two off-one mines. Yeah, now they're playing. Now they are the ones playing to the board. And they have 2 mana up. Basically, I'm helpless. They'll probably just pass back. You know. Cool. Pass back. Now we're holding each other hostage. Okay, I'll play out both then. And they have 4 cards, I have 0, so we're cooked. So-called cookage. Okay, let's just play another one. A 4 spike in the mind is worth 2 in the hand. I don't think it is. Game 3, yeah. Thank you for the follows, Jorge Fraxo and Willier91. Hello. Yeah. So actually, I think there is 0 chance they have 4 spike actually. So let me explain my argument. They mull to 5. They have to put something on the bottom. There is no way they keep 4 spike there on the draw because I can always play a creature on my turn, and then that 4 spike does literally nothing. So I'll actually bind this. I don't want to have to deal with an attack on crackback. And next turn I can go Strix Ninja, hopefully. Oh, that's good. But I will Ninja. And if they intruder, I'll just do this. And again, play to the battlefield. Next turn I go Strict Sprite. Already with the ninja threatening. I think we're Gucci. Now they still have 3 cards in hand, so yeah. We're still fighting. No way they don't attack. It's an... yeah. How you doing, Miss Array? I'll actually hold this bind. I'll just attack and pass. How have Galeblade been? Cool. They've been cool. The flash is relevant. Like, I actually feel like I can play instant speed much better. That's funny. I'm going to commit this to the battlefield. Okay, we have like a kind of positional game, but they're getting hit for 3. I don't have a ninja. They don't have a ninja. Yeah, they're just flashing a creature. Yeah. Ill intent. Thank you very much for the follow. Okay, attack you with just with this. Sure. They do have a ninja. That is unfortunate. We could still lose chat. So we have to keep playing tight. Land. Now they could have Brain Barrow counter. Okay. Fairy Miscreant? In this day and age? Okay, this is a bait. But it did not work. Oh, land! Tap the land! Come on. Am I dumb? Okay, I'll just do this again. And now I'll do this. Tap the land. I think I'm just dumb. Okay, I'll just do this. And then I won't attack because they have the Elder. And then next turn I can do some hacker stuff. Oh, yay. This is very good for me. I'll actually just pass priority here, I think. What if I just pass priority here? Or start with my own. Because I don't want them to intrude the hacker. So I'll do this to save my sprite, because that's more important. And I'll pass priority. I like this. And once they've deployed their own, I'll play hacker. This is also why you don't play counter magic. You play to the battlefield, as I've said. But this game is much closer than I thought it would be. Oh. Okay, let me do this. Somehow. Wait, magic. The Gathering. You're right. Yes, it is misspelled. Okay, let me add Pauper, Mono Blue, Fairies, and Fae. And a proper category. Now we're cooking. Thank you. I'll hold the Strix, because next time I can go Strix with Counterspell up to tap this. Oh, this league is approaching 2 hours. Oh my. So yeah, so we'll play the last one, and we're 1 and 2, but hopefully 2 and 2. We did have a pretty rough start, but it's been going better and better ever since we stopped drawing Force Spike, so... You didn't see the list? It's everywhere. It's on Discord, on Twitter, everywhere. Okay, let's see what their top deck is. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. So what's the best draw for me? Snap? Sometimes, children, you just have to ask nicely. Of course, I should have attacked with Strix first, of course, because now they're not blocking. Okay. I can actually attack like this even. Yeah. Sure. They will draw. I can appreciate that. And not successfully to get to what others tried. Damage. Pass. Sure. Now, do I crack this? Nah. I'll just top creatures. They will double block the ninja. But what? What? What is happening? Well, now they've lost. GG's. GG's. Okay, let's play the last one. Okay. How many successful spikes? I spiked Pyroblast, which is not an exchange I want to make. One Chrysalis. I think that's it. I did counter 2 things with it, yes. We're keeping this hand, of course. Grey hand. Oh, yay. Okay, we're passing back, chat. And they're playing Ogre of Boros. And then I go, no, you don't. No, you don't. Or they just pass like this. What? They played around 4 spike. Yeah. Cope. I know she loves you. Okay, now we need lands. Oh, they didn't have any shuffle? They pass back? Sure. Spell stutter sprite. Cool. Sure, trigger. Come on. I'll cut snap because snap against fairies is... I should play Seer. Also, blue-black fairies. This could be anything. Okay, I won't flush anything in, I don't think. Nice. Attack. Intruderek. They must have drawn it. Now we're still losing, but... If they just pass back, then it's much better. Nice. Hit a land drop challenge, impossible. Well, I will just play Seer because I have to hit land drops. Damage. But I don't think we're beating a 2/2 spell starter with lifelink, by the way, so... Oh, whatever, 1/2. No, 2/2. So we have lost. Come on, can you comment, please? Hush, 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 hush. Double bottom. They did, yes. Maybe a land. That is very nice. Well, if they have nothing, okay, so now we're bouncing the intruder, so next turn we can intruder again to blank the lifelink. This ninja, of course, dies here. It makes... I don't think it... Okay, they wanted to cast the focus. Sure. That makes sense. I'll attack an intruder. And then hopefully we draw a ninja and we can actually kind of maybe dig our way out of that a little bit. They can have the lightning in Jutsurat. They can, yes. I'm not in a position to play around cards too much, so... Oh, that's good. I really want them... Okay. So, I'm not going to do this now. But I'll do this next turn, I think. Oh, gosh. Okay. Maybe we can win. Wow. That's fine. That's perfectly fine, actually. Oh, that is clever. Although, not good against the tricks on top, but... So now, this will be exactly 6, if it works. What do they have? Agony Warp? Agony Warp. Okay. Well, I will bounce Strix then. They're at 1. I'll play Seer. Double bottom, and I have Strix in hand. Pass. Ooh, let's go! Let's go! Let's go. Like, we literally missed our land drop for 5 turns. Or something. Like, on turn 7, we had 2. Wow. Okay. So, Humbling Elder, I think, comes in. And maybe 2 dispels. For double spell pierce. Snap is bad. Like 1 bind. Let's go. Okay. Isn't Pierce good? Well, is it? In this chat, you tell me your reasoning for Fume's Arms of Hadar. Well, for Fumes, I have Dispel. And I'm not going to play Spell Pierce because they could play a 1 or 2 off card in the sideboard. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I don't know what they're playing. They're playing some tier 4 deck. Like genuinely, like maybe they have it, maybe they don't. I don't know. Like, I understand that there was a deck that existed that had those, but because it's not anywhere prominently shown, I am just going to assume that this could be anything because this person likes this deck and plays this. Oh, come on. Yeah. Yeah, why'd they do this? Also, by the way, do you see how they played against Spell for Spike? Exactly. Let's just play the next. Actually, our spell Satyr will be pretty bad. Let's do it like this. Sure, I guess. I'll keep both. Yeah, I have to do it this way because I need to counter the Modern Age. I will dispel this. Hoping Force Spike does something better. I really want to give it a chance, honestly. Normally I would Force Spike here, by the way. But I want to see if it maybe performs. Nice. Nice Force Spike. Yeah. Oof. Oh. Well, if they're stream sniping, that's okay. I can't do anything about this. I'm not going to now hide my hand. Let's play this game together. I'm playing a random league on my DB account. Like, it's fine. Okay. Let's go to attacks. Something people don't play around Force Spike anyways. Well, not sniping or making me tap out of Force Spike because there is Arms of Hadar and there is no untapped land, for example. Nice. Hello. You just joined and we're going to close soon. Stop playing soon. Okay, I'll try to trade. The deck is fine, but the worst part about this is definitely Force Spikes and Spell Pierces. The other 54, pretty good. Bind the monster one time. The one of bind them. Oh, that's fine. Okay, I mean, I understand the point, but I'm not sure that's a good way to approach this. And now they don't attack? Sure. Well, for a lot of people in chat, it clearly is surprising that Force Spike is bad. Okay, they're attacking, sure. Maybe a spell? Well, it's definitely one of the spells. Okay, we're trading cards. Give me Sova. Hoo-hoo! For fans. Hoo-hoo for fans. Thank you, Franek. Also, chat, you might think, well, I think I recognize Fracom. Well, yes, come on! Because he's the top 4 Pauper gamer that played Rally Red. Not giving a you know what about Force Spike, because people don't play around Force Spike. There is no mental damage. Sure. Yes, Franek, yes. Klasa. Okay. So. This is bad. Maybe we should just play fairies. Just... I don't know. And just potentially try to fit like Ilvoy here. Like... Like hypothetically... Cut one Dispel, one Snare Master, one Snap. That's actually maybe even too much. That's 18 one-drops. That's a lot of one-drops. 18 is a lot. Cutting Intruder is kind of like... Also, I liked 3 Dispel. So probably... if I were to play Ilvoy... Oh, you cannot have a question mark on Modo. Okay, so 18 is too much. Maybe it is just 2. Like, honestly, just 2. 17 is cool. And then either a 3rd Dispel or a 3rd Snap. Yeah? Probably. So yeah. Full Spike is bad, chat. It's just bad. It's always been bad. It is bad. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And this concludes a very long league. Oh my. 2 hours over. But yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I'll re-upload this VOD to YouTube. I'll probably post it on like tomorrow on Reddit and stuff. And we'll probably discuss it more on my Discord and on my Metafy. I'll probably write up something a bit more thoughtful than just rambling here. Like a small article to conclude my thoughts. Yeah. As always, please remember to hold my hand. Boom. And let's